Fuck, I don't like sobriety. This is gonna get weird.
Welcome to the G.N.A podcast, Games, Nerds, and Alcohol, where we get horribly drunk on the last show and wake up drunk and then have to function the next day and do absolutely fucking nothing. And we get evil eyes from everybody in the house because we are so lethargic and we cannot move. But we didn't throw up. That's the important thing.
No, but some of us did get mud butt.
Oh, yeah, mud butt did happen. Mud butt did happen.
Oh, boy.
If you weren't around last time, we actually jumped on and invaded the Thoughts and Shots podcast. They were watching April Fools, and we said, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to invade them, and we're just going to make fun of all their shit, and that's what we did. So, in return, we have gotten them to come over and say hi to us. So, Devin from Thoughts and Shots are joining us. How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm about to feel fucking great once I choke this.
Hoorah! Of course, we were supposed to have Brandon here too, but yeah, Devin just said, no, fuck that guy. It's just going to be me. So I'm here. And he's chugging that beer. He's actually, he stopped. Oh, it came up his nose, didn't it?
A little bit. He actually might be on the tail end of this episode, so he might be here. Quote.
Promises. We better get at least one slap.
That one hurt for like a solid couple hours after, so that was...
And we got Damok joining us. Damok, how you feeling, man?
I'm doing a lot better than fucking Brandon. Brandon, I don't know why the fuck he's not here, but I get a rip on his dumb ass because I just see him on Facebook post. He should get his fucking ass on the podcast and talk some shit with me. We had some laughs last time, and now I'm stuck with fucking Devin. So I've insulted too much last time, and...
You're lucky because that drink was so horrible that we don't remember any of it.
Oh god, that drink it was called an April Fools, and yeah, it wasn't.
We were
funny.
The fools for drinking it. We were the fools for drinking it.
That is accurate. Mm-hmm. And we got Zyber Blood joining us tonight. Zyber, how you feeling, man?
Definitely better than last time. That was interesting.
Yeah. The double show recording.
I learned some things don't mix well together.
It's like a fight in your stomach, and unfortunately, you lose.
Mm-hmm. We all lost that one. different forms, but we all still lost on that one. I mean, but at least we got to hear Gilbert Godfrey reach 50 Shades of Grey.
Right? And, everything that you can't remember is audio logged, so if you ever want to relive it.
Actually, it was really great that we recorded all of that because there were bits and pieces of that I don't remember doing. Like there is a extremely dark joke in there about having sex in the shower that I want to apologize for here and now.
You're lucky that it was sober me editing that out because I remember I got to that moment in the recording when I was editing it and I was in tears. Literal tears laughing so hard. But I was like, and I can't use it.
And
yeah, it was,
I gotta apologize. After the show, when I sent my audio to you, I didn't realize until Monday that I sent you my Audacity, what is it, AUP file?
Yeah. The file itself? Oh,
I
nice.
sent the wrong one. I didn't send the MP3.
Oh, God. I rag on everybody's done that to me, and I rag on every single one of them for doing it. It's like, dude, you absolutely have.
No, fuck you. I have not. You know what I did forget to do is send Devin my MP3 file, but I've never sent you my AUP file.
You absolutely have, dude. The first one you sent you sent me the AUP file.
Dude, fuck you. It's an op. It's good, right? It's overpowering Counter-Strike.
Well, actually, you know what's funny? If the new Audacity that's out, it actually saves it all into one file. So if you send that file, it's like a 2 gigabyte file, and it's everything now. It's all baked into one file.
Hell.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
There goes all our storage.
What about the Adobe stuff that we were going to try and use for a while? And I bought this premium package and now, Audacity.
Yeah, I'm not
use it.
Shelling out that much money for a program.
Yeah, I mean, I have it installed and it's like Audition, I think is what it is. And
yeah.
You could use it. I just found that I'm just so used to Audacity, it's just easier for me to crank it out in Audacity and edit it there. But let's get on with this because I think Devin's got to do a show after this. So
this is going to be disastrous.
Let's get him horribly trashed and then just release him into the wild to go do his own show.
Call me Bigfoot.
All right, so first, the most important thing. What is everybody drinking? So let's kick around this since... Well, actually, you know what? I'll start. I typically don't start unless I'm not drinking something, but this time I am drinking something. But I'm going to start because when we were on Thoughts and Shots, they did a themed drink. We talked about it earlier, and we actually will hopefully never talk about it ever again. But we did a themed drink on their show, and I thought, geez, you know what? They're doing a horror movie month, so why don't we review a horror movie that we know and love? So we picked a horror movie to review, and we're at the same time, we passed out some themed drinks to do. So I am actually doing a themed drink, and I'm holding it up for everybody to see. It's called a Crystal Lake. It's rum...
Rum chata.
Rum carada? Rum chata. There you go. It's rum chata, vodka, in blue raspberry mix. But the rum chata and the vodka are in a shot glass that's suspended in the mixture. So I'm actually going to pull this out to mix it all and then start drinking it. Now, I had one of these a little bit ago. Actually, I had more than. And I got to tell you, I really like the flavor. But I'm going to give you a first hand of this thing as I chug it. So
get the tingles.
There's the mix.
I want to acknowledge the fact that. Actually, never mind. I'll save it for when I get to me. I'm just going to save it.
All right. So this is the attack on this is super strange because it starts off at being like blueberry, but then it smooths out to being, and I kid you not, it tastes like roasted marshmallows.
Yeah.
It tastes like roasted marshmallows, and it was blowing my mind because no, it's pretty good. It doesn't taste like maple syrup, thankfully. I think that would make you kind of gag. But dude, it was surprising. I did not expect it to taste like this. In fact, I didn't expect it so much that I got a backup, and my backup beer is a Dark Journey. I don't even know what the hell else this is, but it's a rum aged barrel porter. So I picked this up just as a backup because I was like, oh God, I may not like this drink. And if I don't like this drink, I don't want to continue drinking it all night. However, I like this drink. It's actually doesn't taste like alcohol whatsoever. Really, really smooth. The breathe out, like out through the nose, it just really tastes like that. It tastes almost like it tastes like a cross between a roasted marshmallow and a peep. Like, you know, that peep flavor that you get? It tastes like a cross between those two. It's really weird. Damok's making a face right now like it's the first time he tasted pussy.
Oh, no. First time I tasted pussy, a little ass was mixed in, and I was still okay with it. But peeps are, dude, that's like all the way tongue fucking deep after it's been stretched.
You're not wrong.
Is that him admitting to being tongue deep in a peep once? Or...
Yes.
I mean, every kid's been tongue deep in a peep.
Allegedly.
We're walking a thin line, boys.
And Devin, what are you drinking tonight, man?
So I did what Mr. Cecil did. However, I found a way of doing it without having to do the shot glass thing. I filled this thing up with rum chata, and then I topped it up with blue curacao. Same exact look, slightly different flavor, but I also think it now has more alcohol in it.
Definitely. The raspberry mix that I have was completely non-alcoholic.
And then the chugger that I did at the beginning of the episode was Not Your Father's Root Beer, so I guess it's not as hard, but don't worry, I'm sure these will be chugged at some point too.
Oh yeah, that's how that just works out. What about you, Zyber? What are you drinking, man?
Well, earlier in the week when we were talking about the show, Mr. Damok posted a mixture that I did a rendition of. I can't remember what the hell it was called, but... it was...
Dude, it's Camp Crystal Lake Punch.
Yeah,
okay.
Camp Crystal Lake Punch.
Crystal Lake Punch. There we go. Whatever.
Get punched in your crystals.
I did a variation of it. I used the cider, the OJ in it, which I did. I can't remember right now. I know
you drank a lot of them.
Yeah, I drank a lot of them. They're so fucking good. What I did was 1 cup of Bar Hill Gin, 2 cups of the OJ apple blend, a dash of lemon juice, a dash of lime. I shook that over ice, and then I did a
do
splash.
Do that shaking motion again.
Right there.
Yeah, you shook it over ice?
Yeah,
okay.
shook it over ice.
Just
had to give it a little froth. I had to make it frothy.
You had to shake it over rocks?
Yeah, yep. Kick it over rocks. Make it frothy.
Word.
Then I gave it a splash of the seltzer and 2 normal size ice cream scoops of mango sherbet because I couldn't find any other sherbet than that.
All right. Well, okay. You told us how you laboratoried this shit into making. So
exactly.
How did it taste?
The front note, you get like a fruit salad kind of taste, like apple, orange, and all that. Then like right behind that is the Bar Hill. All Bar Hill. All you get is that like smooth juniper taste from the Bar Hill. And I like it. It is really pleasant. And then it goes back into the sweetness of the mango sherbet.
Damn. That actually sounds really good.
You don't taste any alcohol. You just get that. What was that?
Man, I think your sobriety test for the rest of the episode is you describing this drink.
Oh, God. No.
They'll just turn into the sherbet and seltzer.
Yeah, I drank.
Drink
stuff.
is good.
Drink is good.
I can see Damok over there. He's just like, I want to be playing Need for Speed right now. What am I doing here? Why am I here? Why am I drinking? Oh, wait, I like drink.
I like drink.
Not only do I like drink, you guys have pushed out on everything. I have a bottle straight from Camp Crystal Lake that I've been sipping off all day. And in order to make sure that it's not just the water from Camp Crystal Lake, I've been saving my own urine and drinking it up over here as well and having a wonderful time. I mean, the water from Camp Crystal Lake may be Grey Goose, and the urine may or may not be Voodoo Ranger, but it looks like the water from Camp Crystal Lake, because that bottle's just got that beautiful Camp Crystal Lake vibe to it. Yeah. And then, Voodoo Ranger looks like my piss in the morning. So,
if your piss looks like that, I think there's something you need to get checked out.
No, I've had my liver and kidneys checked, and I have a large liver, but I don't have an elevated enzyme count anymore.
Oh, so you no longer have a angry liver. I have the angry liver now. Great.
It's
I'm the only one.
Well, I mean, my anus is angry. Does that count?
That's more
dude, my anus is angry too. I gotta go get that bitch checked.
Well, if you're using that meat tenderizer the way that I think you're using it.
Oh my god.
That's a meat tenderizer? I thought that was a butt plug.
Right?
I wondered why the spikes were there. That makes
rib
so much
for
sense.
her pleasure. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
rib
for
his pleasure.
Butt plug, kinky version, BDSM.
No, but seriously, I actually have that meat tenderizer. Like I'm staring at it right now over on my counter.
Who let him get drunk and shop again? I swear to God.
Dude, I drink it. Dude, it gets bad. I drink in Prime and shit shows up. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking awful because you know what happens after that? My stupid ass and Zyber's stupid ass and soon to be your stupid ass. Don't give him your fucking address. Do not give him your fucking address because then you get a box of shit.
Yep. You get a box of random shit from around my house. And I have shit that I have been collecting since like 1987. And I just will randomly throw it in a box and send it to some people. And it doesn't matter what it is. The worst one was when I sent the racist one where I shoved all that stuff inside of a piñata and sent it to my Mexican friend. That was really bad. Yeah. I had like a application for U.S. citizenship, gardening tools, a Mexican jumping bean. It was pretty bad.
It's the American D-bag starter kit.
Oh,
it was pretty bad. Thankfully, he was and Vlazy, if you hear me, you know I love you, man. You know I love you. He was a good sport. I also threw a couple of PlayStation games in there as well, just to kind of smooth it over. Like, it's funny, right?
And I'm sure he was just like, no.
No, he laughed the whole time. Yeah, you took both those shots, Damok.
So problem. One shot glass has been on my desk for I don't know how long, and the other shot glass is the one I was supposed to be drinking out of. Uh-oh.
Well,
spin the dice.
As I always say, if you die, I get your shoes.
I guess not a good time to be colorblind.
This one, yeah, they're both green. It's okay. I know that they're green because they're Jaeger. Jaeger is green. Jägermeister makes Damok nicer. But this one smells like vodka. The other one smells like sugary whiskey. Uh-oh. I don't know what I drink.
Oh, no. He's going to mix and he's going to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, dude.
That's actually a common statement on this podcast. But let's get into the next segment.
Yeah.
State of Games. State of Games is where we talk about what we've been playing for the past week, or for Damok, like the past 24 hours straight, or we just pontificate on how we feel gaming is in general. So, Damok, what's your State of Games, guy?
Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Heat, and Need for Speed Heat, dude. I got a PlayStation 5, and Cecil's gonna grab his PlayStation 5 tomorrow, hopefully. But if you want to hear how to snag a PlayStation 5 from Walmart without being, a botting asshole, it only works for one PlayStation at a time. You should email. Yeah, I was going to say, you should definitely email G.N.A podcast. G.N.A? Fuck, dude, we're already fucked up. G.N.A podcast, there'll be an email towards the end of this, and I will fucking explain to you how to do it so you can grab a PlayStation 5. I've been playing Need for Speed Heat on PlayStation 5 exclusively on a 65-inch LG OLED TV, and I'm worried that I've been playing it so much that I might actually suffer some burn-in.
All right, everybody drink. He said the OLED.
No, what the hell was it that... Yeah, I do have to drink, though. Ooh.
It gets better.
Ooh.
Even though it looks like something that they would sell at like the Cantina in Star Wars Land and Disney parks.
Well, no, I switched. Because I didn't want to have to get up and make another drink. I just cracked the Dark Journey that I had here. It's the rum aged barrel porter.
Come in, Luke, and have some blue milk.
Oh God! Now I can never look at that again. Oh, I'm just gonna see that friggin'. Way to ruin a drink, Devin. Bravo.
Hey, I did it last week, and I'm down 2 for 2.
Blood pudding.
See, I don't mind blood pudding, dude. I'll take blood pudding all day long. But now every time I make that drink, I'm going to be thinking of that titty squirts thing that Luke was doing.
Okay, so like when we were talking about like the Vas Stefan clogs.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So Damok.
And blood pudding.
Yeah.
Anything else? Only Need for Speed?
I played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 5. I've played a little bit of a couple other games on PlayStation. I haven't installed Ace Combat 6 yet or Ace Combat 7. Fuck, it's 7, right? That's the new one. I haven't played that one yet because I know I gotta beat Need for Speed, or no one's gonna be able to use the TV, and everybody's gonna get really mad at me, and I'm gonna use all my vacation days to just sit in front of it. I've become a console faggot, flat out. I got my Rainbow Nintendo 64 shirt. I drink out of my Rainbow fucking Gay Pride because, hey, I'm all about Gay Pride. But yeah, I
$20 is
over.
$20.
Dude, that's right. I wore Cecil's shirt the other day, and people in my neighborhood did not look at me kindly.
That's my everyday look.
What about you, Zyberman? What's your State of Games?
Still tagging into the Horizon Zero Dawn and playing Animal Crossing with the wife. That's about it.
Horizon Zero Dawn becomes free next month on PlayStation Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it already was.
No, it becomes free soon, or maybe no, because we just hooked up the PS5, right? And Selkie's been playing. The whole reason I got a new TV is because she was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, and she couldn't read the subtitles and the how to do things. And now she's got her big ass TV, and she goes, "Oh, this is great, I understand." But how is the actual game? Because it's going free, and I'm worried that it's going free because it's
well worth the launch price. It's well worth the current price for it.
But it's going free.
Horizon Zero Dawn is actually a really great game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
It's visually it's visually beautiful. Controls are very intuitive, surprisingly intuitive. Gameplay is, well, just like every other gameplay, it's repetitive, but it's fun repetitive.
I mean, I'm playing Need for Speed, dude. I race the same 19 tracks over and over again. I'm having a great time with different cars.
Get beat by that one dude every single time.
Fuck that. I come in first, goddammit.
Of course,
I know the exploits to. I wish I came first, but yeah, I know how to exploit the game and get unlimited rep and unlimited money to make sure I deck my shit out.
Yeah, I play it for PC because I no longer have a PS4 to play, my games. But yeah, I like it on PC. There's mods. It looks a lot better. Yeah, it's worth trying.
Very cool. Very nice. Well, I just got some stimulus check from the government. So next PS5 route that comes up, I'll be going bye.
No, fuck you, dude. You already went the goddamn. I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but fuck you. You went the eBay route with your PS5.
And you know what? I made, I think, $93 off of it, and I donated it all to charity.
Yep, and you should have just kept the PS5 so that we could have fucking raced together on goddamn Need for Speed. I would have bought it for you because it's on sale.
Well, keep your eyes open on Walmart. I'll get the next one.
I'm already trying to do that. I'm trying to get like 9 of them.
My God.
No, man, I'm trying to do it at MSRP.
What's your state of games?
For me, it's been a lot of Rocket League. It's actually been me teaching my girlfriend how to play Rocket League as well.
Nice.
So it's a nice bonding activity. And then I just purchased the Crash Insane trilogy today, and I've been starting to work on that. I forgot how upset I got at that fucking game.
Dude, Crash Bandicoot was a fun platformer, but goddamn was it frustrating. More frustrating than a choir full of retards singing Rubber Band Man.
Man, the fuck are you playing Rocket League for? There's this game, right? It's called Need for Speed Heat. If you jump on it, you can come play with me, right? Hey, legitimately, you can friend request me.
Crash
My fucking name on there is Damok _sucks, like SUX, dude. It is fucking easy. Come play with me. But goddamn, Rocket League is hard as fuck to play, dude. I played it on PC when it first came out, and can't do it.
We've been opening the windows because it's been really nice in our area right now. And I swear to God, I'm pretty sure all my neighbors just hear me and my girlfriend yelling the worst things at some of these fucking players. I'm pretty sure the last game that we played that this, for some reason, had my girlfriend dying. But I called the other team that we were playing against Mongoloids. And for some reason, that just had her dying. Like, she completely forgot about playing. She was in tears. Her face was red and wheezing. It was adorable, but also hysterical.
Oh, man, that is great. I just pretend none of my neighbors speak English and yell obscenities at myself, at the kids, at my foot, at the cats, and video games.
I've been over there. It's like a Call of Duty lobby in his house.
Oh, my God. I mean, the worst I could call them is just El Tardos, but...
El Tardos is the worst that you go? Oh, boy, man. Don't even come near my neighborhood.
I think I've actually called somebody a socially challenged albino hermaphrodite once.
My God. Oh, boy. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I mean, before that, it was like...
So, you didn't go as far as saying you're the regret that didn't drop into your mama's panties?
No. I figured socially challenged albino hermaphrodite was pretty poignant.
It's like clap, clap, clap.
Well, my city games, I've actually, Damok, knowing that every time I get a gift, I have to actually use it. Damok bought me Evil Genius 2, so have been playing Evil Genius 2, and goddamn, I love trying to take over the world. I really do. I just enjoy it.
Have you figured out how to get more minions? Now, I know I've been playing Need for Speed, but I have touched about a couple hours on it. But honestly, Need for Speed on PS5 is taking over everything for me. How are you doing on your layer? Which layer did you pick? Which fucking villain did you pick? I need to know these things because I'm dead curious.
So I went with I think it's Boris is his name, the Russian dude, or whatever the hell his name is. I went with him. I went with the layer that has the extra sub-basement. So in the layers, you got 4 levels. I took the layer that has the extra level for extra base building. I've already figured out how to expand my minions onto getting different minions. I've also figured out how to get new henchmen. So I actually have 2 henchmen now, and I'm working on my 3rd. I actually went the wrong route, and I went how I did the first game, where I just literally invaded the world and then slowly built up an empire and then took it. No, that's not the way to do it. You take over one territory, and then you branch out to little places in the world when you need to, but you stay in one territory until you're really big and strong. So now, unfortunately, I get all sorts of Patriot and Hammer and Shield and everybody showing up at my friggin' house. I'm pretty sure Iron Man is going to show up at my place at some point in time and be like, "You fucked up," and I'm going to be like, "Yes, I did.
I accept this."
Yeah. I'm just going to bend over and be like, "All right, right there. Try to get it first time. Don't dilly dally." I actually had my minion or my
help me.
My brain's melting. My mastermind die for the first time last night. So I got...
Dude, they have multiple health bars.
I know. Well, so I got invaded by a wave of investigators, then a wave of super investigators, then a wave of super soldiers. And I got through all of them, but I had to have my Boris guy in the middle so he could pump up their armor. So my Boris guy in the middle pumps up everybody's armor, but he was getting hammered too. And I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I was losing minions left and right. And I just dumped him right into the center. And next thing I know, he runs up, somebody like just pops him in the face and just goes, bleh! And that's all she wrote. But thankfully, I am anal when it comes to saving. So I have a save like literally right before the attack. So I'll send in my henchmen and let them die.
My God.
Hey, I told you I really like being an evil genius.
Aha!
I mean, the game's a lot of fun. I've only been able to touch it for a couple hours because I've got swept up in other things at the moment, but...
Need for Speed.
Yeah, it's Need for Speed. It's only fucking Need for Speed, man. Like, I got addicted to it on PC, but playing it on PS5, and I don't have a shitty graphics card. I just don't have a top-of-the-line graphics card, but playing it on 4K... with an OLED screen on PS5 compared to my 1440p monitor, which is a $700 fucking monitor, which is really nice. It's not the same. It's phenomenal. And 65 inches compared to, my, I don't even fucking know, 27-inch monitor. Huge difference. But Evil Genius 2. I really, really liked it. It's very much like Evil Genius 1. I have some complaints about it, where they did not improve on the UI enough that I can't drag and select and tag.
Yes. Yeah. I wish I could be able to select multiple things. The base building part is a little clunky. The camera movement is definitely clunky. I did like that they made, so I don't remember in the original Evil Genius if they had shortcuts on the keyboard to go from like global to the base to building. I like that those are there in Evil Genius too, because, and I didn't even realize that they were there at first. I accidentally hit something on the keyboard and went, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh my God, that brought up building. That's so much easier. Why the hell have I not been using this forever? Little things like that. So there are some little things that they did that I'm really appreciative of, but like the camera angle, having to use that middle mouse button, hold it around and shit, that's just, it's archaic.
Oh, dude, it's bad. You click that little mouse button and then you move your mouse to one side and it just fucking spins you. And I was like, no. Hold on. I want a lot more control when it comes to that, because I was trying when I am base building, I want a complete top-down overview so that I can map everything out properly. I can count all the fucking squares that everything needs to be done, and then I can do everything. But, that middle mouse button fucks everything up when you try and spin that camera, and then I get lost, and then I'm just furious. However, It is an improvement. It is an improvement over the original, but I truly think that they could have improved further with the camera control system overall.
Fair.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. Alrighty, well, we gotta kick into what our major topic is, our actual topic is, because we are burning daylight. Our actual topic is we are going to do a review of the 1980s film Friday the 13th.
Buckle up, you bastards.
Yeah. Because, and the only reason that we're doing Friday the 13th is because nobody ever in the existence of time has ever done a review of Friday the 13th. So,
there's not multiple kill counts on YouTube at all.
No. So we have to, pioneer. We have to break new ground here. And
exactly. So,
review.
like our buddy said, buckle up, Gringo Crabon. I'm too drunk to say it.
Yeah, you're
Gringo
too drunk to even say that. You fucked that up, man. You were trying. I heard it. You were trying, though. You get credit. Actually, we might have even fucking reviewed it on this show once already, like years ago. I don't even fucking remember.
We did the marathon for horror movie night.
Oh, we did do a marathon. I remember that. That was fun. We gotta do that shit again. Since we're putting on glasses now, I guess I'll put on my glasses. I'll be all fucking princey here.
God damn it, I don't have glasses.
All right, so.
Just have drinking glasses.
Friday the 13th came out in 1980. Was made, of course, prior to that. The original screenplay was by a gentleman, Victor Miller and Ron Kurtz. Does anybody know the original name? Actually, the screenplay was labeled the exact same thing, but do you know what the original name of this movie was supposed to be?
A Long Night at Camp Blood.
A Long Night at Camp Blood. In fact, when you're watching the movie, if you realize in the beginning of it, oh, what is that? It's a receipt in a glass?
No, we were just talking about different fucking glasses, and this is my I can't wait to go back to the beer fest glass. But yeah.
So actually, during the movie, one of the beginning, it's in the first 20, 30 minutes of the movie, one of the guys actually references, hey, this place is called Camp Blood. And I thought it was a cute little nod back to it being, the original title of the movie.
Yeah, when Annie stops into the diner asking for directions.
Oh, yeah, they say it there too? I know the kid at the camp actually says it.
You know what they call that? They call that Camp Blood.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Sorry, I was making another one. Anyway.
Whatever, dude. You're going to argue
that
with
gives
fucking
her a ride
Devin.
calls it that, too. And the dude that's like, I'm a messenger of God. I'm going to save you if you listen to me.
Yeah, that dude.
God, that gave me a flashback to another movie, but that's a different topic, so anyway.
Dear God, dude, like, we're going to get into this, but I really honestly think that Devin and Cecil should just fucking touch tips because they're both so fucking nerdy in horror movies that I'm really excited just to watch.
Dude, like, horror movies are my jam, man. Horror movies are my jam.
Shitty horror movies are my jam, so that's the only difference.
You know what we got to do? We actually just got to level out. We got to watch Poltergeist.
Yes, we do. It's
You got
amazing.
basted.
It's the best movie ever fucking made. I love you guys.
My middle ground of that is Birdemic.
That's a really good movie too.
Oh my God. All right.
And then we just all get trashed. Anyway, but back on topic.
So the original synopsis of this movie is it's pretty simple. I mean, it was a basic slasher movie of the time, but they had some really revolutionary things in it. But the basic synopsis was a group of counselors go to fix up and reopen a camp that was closed due to a child drowning and 2 grisly murders there. And that's actually where the movie starts off. You actually start by, and the funny thing is, I don't know how drunk I am every time I've seen this movie. I did not remember that first scene in the fucking movie.
I did not either, and I've seen this quite a few times, so...
Dude, I probably seen that movie almost as many times as I've seen Down Periscope, and I never remembered those 2 counselors dying in the beginning.
I don't either.
Really? The only honest thing that I remember about the movie is the very beginning. Now, we talk about Down Periscope, I can recite the movie.
Well, okay, so now I want to back up here. You remember just a few moments ago, he was saying how he never saw that fucking movie?
Yeah, that's the same fucking thing. I've
Absolutely.
only seen the beginning of the movie. I've never actually seen the movie.
There we go.
I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the movie.
Now, audience, just pay attention because we're going to see a lot of backpedaling from Damok this entire episode.
Oh, yeah, it's all I fucking do at this point.
Because all he does is shit talk.
Yes, and that's why you got a trophy for it.
No, what I can tell is going to happen is at some point we're just be coming at it with such facts that he's just going to give up on trying to put anything and just roast us the entire fucking time.
Oh, no, look at this beautiful trophy. It actually says Ultimate Shit Talker Damok from the G.N.A podcast. I got a trophy for being a fucking asshole and just talking out my ass nonstop. I was to squirt out my ass, but that's not what the trophy's for.
So he thinks.
So, yes.
Hashtag Massanutton.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Dude, I can't. That keg of 120. That will haunt me.
Right?
Dude, never
just as much as the
again.
Pharaoh.
Oh,
Never
God.
again will you. So I'm not sure if you've ever had Dogfish Head 120, but don't get a keg of it because Cecil will end up drinking it for the next 6 months and it will get warm and nasty and he just has to finish it.
And I no man left behind. No man, don't leave a man down. So I finished that entire keg.
It's what one beer is.
The thing that kind of sucked about that trip was the Pharaoh didn't really mix well with it. Kind of churned and bubbled and pushed things down and
That's
out.
what Pharaoh does normally to me. Cecil's like, hey, Selkie, you should try this Pharaoh. It's this wonderful replacement for rice. Oh, yeah, it will be great. And Damok's like, oh, it sounds healthy. Sure, I'm fat. Let's fucking try this.
Sure,
oh,
I'm
God, it's coming out of me like lava.
And there I am going, I don't remember eating broken glass.
Oh my god. I still think the craziest thing about this fucking movie is the fact that before they even had a completed fucking script, they made a fucking, movie poster for it. And it makes zero fucking sense.
Right? Right. They were already advertising. They didn't even have a budget yet. Like, they had no funding for the movie whatsoever. They were already advertising that it was coming out.
Well, and they also advertised it as the most terrifying film of all time. They didn't even know if it was scary yet.
I know.
No, is that a legitimate fact that they made the movie poster and advertised it as the scariest movie ever and hadn't even started filming?
Yeah, the original the only thing they had was the original logo of the Friday the 13th and that big block lettering busting through the glass type of thing. Mm-hmm. That's all they had, and they were advertising it as coming out before the movie even was funded.
Right.
Okay, so on launch of the movie, was it actually one of the scariest movies produced, or was it more Evil Dead-like? No,
it actually was. So the movie itself there was a lot of different things that were really revolutionary. God, what the hell's his name? I always get it wrong.
Jason Voorhees.
Tom Silvani. Sylvain, thank you. He was I'm a professional mangler of names. He was in From Dusk Till Dawn as Sex Machine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, fucking great movie, and Sex Machine was also amazing.
Yeah, he's the special effects guy, and he just did things that people couldn't even comprehend or couldn't manifest in their brain on how to do, and this guy was pulling them off.
He had that dude that did Dead End, Sandy, I can't remember his last name, Carmiel or something like that. He trained under
Silvani?
Yeah.
Silvani?
Yeah.
I'm still
he had the cock gun, right?
Yeah, Sex Machine.
Lean back, just that bitch was bad.
See, I feel like the craziest thing about how they reacted to this fucking movie is that in its heyday, they didn't think it was going to be mattered for shit, because they all said it was silly, it was boring, and that it wasn't even fucking going to matter. But little did they know it was going to become a cult fucking classic out of fucking nowhere.
And actually, it's funny because the original Friday the 13th, when they did it, Victor Miller and Ron Kurtz, when they did the screenplay, they had this whole thing planned out, and they never, ever, ever meant for Jason to be the antagonist. It was always Jason's mother to be the antagonist.
Which they had to go and make her creepy as all fucking get out. So.
Right? Dude, so that woman, Betsy, shit, I forgot her last name already. As I said, I'm a Professor Mangler. What's her last name?
Betsy Palmer.
Betsy Palmer. Okay, so that woman is actually an incredible actor. She was a method actor. So she actually built this, so another piece of fun fact, they actually didn't cast her as Pamela Voorhees until the very end of shooting. So throughout the movie when they were shooting, they actually hadn't cast her. Different people of the crew actually played the killer at different spots because they hadn't actually cast her yet. And when they cast her, the only reason that she took the job was because she needed a new car to get back to Connecticut. They were filming in Jersey. And she needed to get back to Connecticut. But dude, so she's a method actor. So she's the type of person that she actually builds an entire background, a background that the audience doesn't even know about. Right. But she built an entire background for Pamela Voorhees. Jason was born out of wedlock and her parents disowned her because of it. And that's why she views sex as such a nasty thing because, her whole family disowned her type of shit. She gets into it. And the only thing I could think of when I was researching this and I found all that out is I would not have wanted to be on set with this woman because she literally gets into her role so much, she probably would have stabbed me.
Well, and then, like, just the fact that it's like, because the thing that everyone remembers about that fucking movie is, like, the sense of unease that they create the entire fucking movie, just with, like, the who's watching them, which you never really know. But the thing that trips me up when I was doing the research for this is finding out that the screenplay was written by a dude who would later go on to write soap operas. Mm-hmm. How the fuck do you go from this to soap operas?
No,
like, I believe, Bob, that's sense. Crystal meth.
No, it completely makes sense. If you actually look at the Friday the 13th movies,
Alex.
look at the movies. They are soap opera movies, flat out. They are very, very fucking choreographed from start to end. They have the drama that is built in. It makes absolute sense for the director to go, hey, you know what, or the filmographer or whoever the fuck is actually doing it. You take it. Horror movies translate very well into soap opera.
See what I mean about shit talking?
Fuck you, not just shit talking.
Yeah, that's
fuck
a lot
you.
of shit talking.
Fuck you guys. Dude, let's look at horror movies. I know we're doing Friday the 13th specifically, so fuck you. Let's look at all of the Friday the 13th movies. It turned into
tropes.
Soap
they
opera.
all started different tropes within slasher movies. Friday the 13th started a bunch of different tropes within different slasher movies.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but you followed it for the characters and the storyline going through because you were invested flat out. It was a soap opera from beginning to end.
I'll give you that.
Great. It's slasher, which makes it not a soap opera because it's slasher. And I like slasher, but it is definitely a soap opera fucking box office. So to say the director went to the soap opera and making all of that, then it completely makes sense. And
well, now it's terrible because I'm sitting there just picturing Friday the 13th as a telenovela. So
murder operas.
So during the movie, they actually reference how much it cost them to get the camp back up to snuff after the years of abandonment. Did anybody catch how much that was?
Wasn't it like $25,000 or something like that?
$25,000 to fix the camp up. So if we were to equate that to today's, like with inflation, it'd be $80,000 to fix the camp up.
So why don't we all just pitch in and fix up a fucking camp and so that's what I'll be the killer. Well, you know what? I can't run that fast because I'm fat as fuck.
Oh my god!
Zyber can't run that fast neither because he drinks that gin and that weird ginger beer mixture.
Yeah, but
you know what? Cecil lost like 600 fucking pounds and can just fucking sprint like a motherfucker. So we'll give him a machete, and then we all have to like record it like Blair Witch Project, and we'll be good to go.
We can make some money.
Okay, so
the original murders happened in 1957. Oh, sorry. The original drowning happened in 1957, where Jason drowned. But you don't actually find out that Jason drowned until much later in the movie. You just know it as a child drowned.
Which is so fucking stupid, by the way.
Well, so it builds up that, again, Jason was never supposed to be the killer. Jason was just supposed to be a kid who drowned and who sent the mother off onto some fucking trippy world of I'm going to kill everybody. So a year later, that's where she killed the two counselors who were about to go, get it on.
Mm-hmm.
And then that of course closed the camp. So little quiz there. The original camp where they actually filmed. Do you guys know where that camp is?
Dude, Camp
New
Nowhere.
What'd you say, Zyber?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Camp Nobi Boso.
Yeah.
Weren't they doing sleepovers for a while?
They're still. What did you say? Are they doing tours?
I think they're still trying to do some shit out there. To be honest,
they are. They're actually still doing tours because I actually get a newsletter from them once every few months. And I also, if anybody's interested in going out, it is a bit expensive, but they have an overnight that they do there. Actually, it's a weekend thing where you spend the night, you wake up, they give you a good breakfast, and some guy dressed as Jason runs around all night and tries to scare the shit out of you. It's actually pretty cool.
Fucking God. Hey, here's a good sleepover with a heart attack thrown in there. Let's go.
Yeah, just bring airsoft.
I'm actually saving up to go do it sometime because I'm totally down. Plus, I want to go over to Pennhurst up in Pennsylvania and do the overnight in Pennhurst because that seems pretty boss too. But yeah, so the camp is actually still in operation. The camp is actually still there. The original buildings that they have been torn down, but they've rebuilt a bunch of stuff. I actually have a set of dice around here somewhere that actually were made out of beams from the original place. That's how much of a nerd I am.
They're haunted.
They are. If you ever actually roll them, if you roll snake eyes, you die. It's really
Christ.
Christ. I will totally roll them. Let's fucking do this thing. The demon that follows me, man, I'm good to fucking go.
Let alone, bot talking in tongues. I don't know if that's post or pre.
Oh, dude, no, dude, that was pre-dice. But I'm telling you right now, if I ever wake up again with my kid standing in the door, and I'm like, "Hey, honey, what's going on?" and she's not saying a word and just staring at me with this blank stare, and I'm like, "Okay, honey, you got to talk now," and then she starts laughing hysterically. I'm telling you right now, like that shit happens again, you're gonna find me on America's Most Wanted because I would have murdered her and then I would have disappeared.
But we all know if that happens again, you're also going to find 8mm tapes in your house somewhere.
No. Fuck you, and the horse you rode in on. You guys tried that bullshit over at Massanutten by leaving that little 8mm reel in my room. I know. I'm staring at who it was. I know who it was. You tried to pull that bullshit. I already said if I ever find a fucking box of 8mm tapes with an 8mm reel there, I'm not even there's no question. I'm walking out of the house. That house is going to spontaneously combust behind me. That's it. Just poof. It's going to be in flames.
Now, if the other person had played their fucking part, dude, legitimately, you would have bought into the Book of the Dead, though.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm. So if you don't know, there's that, the Beetlejuice guide to the Book of the recently deceased.
Oh, yeah.
And if you get it, it's a whole bunch of blank pages. It's really expensive for a whole bunch of blank pages. However, I did get it, and I did send it to him, and I was really hoping that his waifu, and she's going to kill me for saying that.
Yeah. She's actually going to drive up there and murder you for that.
She doesn't fucking listen to this podcast. I'm good to go. So,
hey, honey, listen to this episode.
No! Anyways, she, she could have played that off so smoothly, but she didn't.
Yeah.
So, Friday the 13th did have some very typical tropes from slasher films in it.
Oh, God, yes, they did.
It had the whole, the following people behind, you never see the killer, which was good, the not seen thing. But it also had the very, the very, very common, there's the one survivor thing.
That typical, I didn't have sex, I'm a virgin survivor.
She's giving you the eyes, Damok. She knows something evil happened. She knows something evil happened.
No, she doesn't. Hey, look, I love you. If it doesn't work out, hit me up. You'll have to fight Selkie for it, but yeah, it'll be all right.
Poor Devin. Poor Devin's dying over there.
Get fucked.
Yeah, just remember, it is clinically proven that gingers feel very little pain opposed to the rest of us. And that's
I'm not even the guilty party, and I'm fucking terrified.
Oh, gingers, not only do gingers not feel pain, they also have no empathy. So you could be sitting there with your guts hanging out being like, I have a family, and they're like, uh-huh.
I wasn't even the guilty party in that, and she sent fear down my spine.
Uh-huh. Oh, dude. How do you think I feel? She's actually within proximity of me. I didn't do anything, but I'm probably going to get beaten.
No, wait. You just have to say that you like the Red Sox, and you'd be good to go, man.
Oh, I can say that all day long. It doesn't matter. I'll still get beaten.
No. You just say, I love the Red Sox. I love the Red Sox. They're the greatest fucking team in the goddamn world.
She's plotting.
Oh, yeah. Tonight, while she's asleep, she'll pretend to be asleep, and I'll wonder why I've got like an ice pick sticking out of my chest, and I'll be like, well, fuck.
No, I'm talking about the fact that you're going to look in your bedroom, there's going to be a whiteboard with Daybok's murder plan on there.
Nah, they'll be laying there, she'll pretend to be asleep, and instead of just some random kicks, it'd be like a pedal kick from fucking Liu Kang.
Yeah, it'll be like a bicycle kick from Liu Kang. Just whop, 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 whop. Nah. I'll walk in. There'll be a clipboard there. I'll be, what's this? And she'll snatch it from me. I'll be like, did that say murder plan? And she'll say, maybe.
Then she'll break you in half like a toothpick.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she'll tear me in half like a phone book, like Superman did to that hooker.
Oh my God. So back to Friday the 13th.
Yeah, back to Friday the 13th.
You know what? The movie wasn't that good.
Yeah, for the time,
For what
the
it was,
movie,
yes.
I was gonna say, for the time, the movie was good. It honestly doesn't really hold up to today. It has some
Not
good
today.
moments. Yeah, it
You
has
just
some
wa-
good
no.
moments.
You watch
No.
it in this day and age solely for it being a cult classic. If you're a horror fan, you have seen the original, and then you go from there and figure out the piles of shit they decide to make that later on down the line.
Yeah, it's like Night of the Living Dead, the original black and white. You know,
That's
it's not
good, though.
It is good.
That is.
However, it's
No,
not. It's
no.
pretty dated.
No, fuck you.
will
Night of
also
the
say that
Living
movie's-
Dead holds up.
I will also say that movie spawned one
No.
video game, but
The way that
Night of the Living Dead.
the way that I see it is that it doesn't hold up. One, when they put all these special filters on it that kill the effects. The original grain of the movie, the physical effects were actually really decent for the time. Putting the HD filters and the
See, you're
feathering
watching
and
it
all that
wrong.
other shit,
You're-
it makes
you're watching
the
it wrong.
shit, more noticeable.
That you're watching it wrong, right? If you're trying to watch it with the HD filters and let's do HDMR or HDR and let's make the colors extreme, that's not what the shit was meant to be. If you watch the original, legitimately it holds up. Whereas if you watch the original Friday the 13th to today's standard and even 10 to maybe 20 years ago standard, it doesn't hold up. It's a good movie for when it was released. However, it has never held up the way that several other movies have held up. And honestly, if you really want to do it, watch Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds and then go
Yes.
outside.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
yes.
don't go outside. Watch the birds. Just don't go outside. So
And
like
then watch Birdemic and hate your life. Anyway.
so there was a lot of things that they did during this movie that were fairly revolutionary. Just special effects.
Yes.
I mean, for the time,
Tom Savini.
dude, the guy is amazing. Like all the makeup and shit that they did, all the prosthetics, all the latex and shit. They actually baked that stuff in the pizza ovens at the camp, like where they were.
Wow.
But yeah, all that shit they did,
That's
they
right, I
actually
forgot
baked
about
it in the
that.
pizza ovens. It was really cool. I've done a whole ton of research on this. I've actually done probably way too much research on this.
Not to mention, like, they ended up actually, like, doing a pretty memorable kill that is still listed as, like, one of the coolest kills of all time, which is the Kevin Bacon getting the arrow right through there in the neck.
So there's actually a little bit of a story about that specific one. So that was the most expensive and took the longest to set up. And they literally had so little time to do, like they only had one shot at doing this. And when they went to go do it, the tube that was in there that was supposed to spray the blood, all that came up, actually broke off from the pump. So because they knew they only had like one chance to do it, the guy who was under there, so it was Kevin Bacon like on his knees, all bent backwards with the prosthetic in front of him. Then you had Tom under there, and then you had Tom's assistant under there, all getting ready to push the arrow up through and then to pump the blood. Well, as they pushed the arrow up through, all of a sudden the pump broke, the tube came off it. So the guy, knowing, holy shit, we've only got one take at this, he actually grabs a hold of the tube and starts blowing as hard as he can to squirt the blood up through because they only had one shot at it.
Now, listening to that, God damn it, I really hate fucking referencing this and going back to it. You've seen Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ and all the extra, and they did all of that extra shit from the 80s horror movies, especially from Friday the 13th, and you guys remember Goonies, of course. I swear to God, if you don't, then fuck you. But those horrible fucking movies across the board, and the newer movie took place where we had to make sure we squirted the blood properly to do these things, and it got jammed, and we had to do. I was like, how the fuck did you not learn from the 80s how to do the goddamn blood pumping properly, and then you had to have some dude hold a tube in his mouth and push fake fucking blood through it when you're nailing a fucking spike through a hand.
Well, not to even mention the fact, just the simple fact that, like, this is the first time where it was a moment where they had, you know, the, group of teens going into insert environment here, and kind of starting that whole trope of just like, here's a bunch of stupid teenagers that get told don't do something, and we're gonna fucking do it anyway.
Yep.
And then, of course, fucking here comes the punishment. Random killer, random supernatural force, whatever. Something fucks them up. But Friday the 13th spearheaded that and turned it into the spotlight, because before that, a lot more of the stuff that they were doing didn't get the recognition it deserved in the time when it was made.
Yeah, like even Halloween, which came before this, which Friday the 13th had a major influence from. Even Halloween didn't really pick up until after Friday the 13th came out and really started, those slasher films really started to take up and take off.
Well, and it's the same thing, too, where, you know, if you notice that most of these original first horror movies didn't blow up the way they were expecting it to. Then they blew up later down the line when they go back and they watch the sequels, and it's like, well, let's figure out where this came from, and then then they either love it or they hate it.
So also another fun fact. Did you guys know that Kevin Bacon was not the top billed star for Friday the 13th?
That is confusing. That is highly confusing.
So
I don't know. Some chicks showed their tits, so I think it would be them.
Honestly.
Actually, it was Bing Crosby's son.
Right. Hold up. I have to remember.
He was actually the top billed person.
Oh my god, yeah, I see it now. Holy fuck.
I mean, of course, everybody knows Kevin Bacon now.
Well, Kevin Bacon's been tied to every horror movie since then, but yeah.
Well, you have to sit there and wonder...
Like that, what's that, 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? Remember that film?
Son of a bitch. But
I never watched that.
But think about the fact that it's like, now if you look back at it, it's like, who's the more familiar name now when you look back at it? And it's like, is it Harry Crosby or Ari Lehman?
Yeah.
Which it's Kevin unfortunate.
Bacon. Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Tastes like Kevin Bacon.
Oh, what was the last thing that I saw him in? The Frighteners?
Oh, God.
No, I was actually just watching something on Hulu not too long ago. It was a newer movie. I got to get the name of it. It was a suspense thriller. Shit, I got to find the name of it now. It's going to drive me nuts.
He was in 13 Ghosts, right?
No.
That was Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Stir of Echoes.
Okay. All I remember is Monk.
Shaggy.
So one of the big... so Friday the 13th has influenced, as we've already discussed, a whole bunch of things. But they've also influenced a string of games. Actually, Friday the 13th influenced... it created more games than I actually knew about. So during my research, I actually unearthed a whole shitload of stuff. Like, everybody knows about the Nintendo game, right?
Mm-hmm. No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did you know?
Oh, God damn it, Zyber, shut up, man. We know that you know what it is. You have 19 copies of it on the shelf behind you.
Did you know that there was actually a computer game that came out before the Nintendo game?
No.
Neither did I. There was actually a computer game that came out before the Nintendo game came out.
Really? When did that launch?
1986.
How well was that received?
Pretty shittily.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Like all the burned copies of E.T. for Atari.
Oh, yeah. The NES game, though, I thought was really fun. It was stupid difficult, like insanely difficult. But I thought it really gave you that like sense of jump scare and like sense of angst that the movies really gave you.
Right.
You know, because you'd be sitting there, you got that creepy music. That music in that game, even though it was friggin' 8-bit Nintendo, like the music in that game still to this day gives me like that angst build up. And then you just have Jason randomly show up and boom, he's there and he's wrecking your house every day or every single time. Fun game. There was a 2007 mobile game I didn't even know existed.
Mm-hmm.
There was another 2007. It was a fan made 3D game called Blood and Water. Or no, it was called 3D. Yeah, Friday the 13th 3D, I think.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it came out in 2007. It was free to play. Then in 2013, there was a Blood and Water, Friday the 13th Blood and Water game that came out, which was basically like a Slender Man version where you just had to stay as far away from Jason as possible. Otherwise, you freaked out. So
as far as the games go, the games are always going to follow Amnesia or they're going to follow Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's fair.
So aside from Nintendo was different, but even during the Nintendo version, Do you realize or remember how difficult and fucking frustrating that stupid ass game was?
That's fair.
And it was broken as shit.
Oh yeah. And then you had to like get to the kids before Jason killed the kids, and then you'd always get there and he'd like kill 5 of the kids, and you're like, what the fuck? I was all the way across the other side of the goddamn lake.
Right? It was fucking trash, dude. Like, the game was meant to defeat you.
But to flip side on that, to break out of that mold of Amnesia or Five Nights at Freddy's, Jason Voorhees was also in Mortal Kombat X.
That's right. I forgot that they did that one too.
He was in Mortal Kombat. Well, hold on. So before you like, they actually like. I got to give it to NetherRealm Studios. They actually made Jason Voorhees.
Oh no, 100%.
So like you'd beat him, and then all of a sudden like he'd be down, and all of a sudden he sits back up. He like gets resurrected, and he has health, and you're like, what the fuck? I killed you. And then he gets right back up, and it's like, what the fuck? I killed you.
So as somebody who is exclusively gotten their ass fucking handed to on the new Mortal Kombat 11.
Hashtag shit talking.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm hashtag shit talking, but I have Mortal Kombat 11 with all the wonderful DLC because it was a pretty cheap sale item recently.
And it's fun.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No, it's not. It's fucking awful, dude. I don't understand. We need to go back to easier controls because holy fuck balls, I don't know what's going on, and I'm a crazy button masher. I literally use 4 fingers to start button mashing so that I can try and pull off 8 fingers, 4 fingers from one fucking hand across the board to button mash like a motherfucker. And I still don't do nothing because when I take the 45-minute goddamn tutorials, it takes me like 6 hours. But I have played.
You and me got to play. We still haven't played yet. You and me got to play someday.
But I mean,
maybe. But the Jason in that is easily whooped by the Terminator, from my experience.
See, and not even to mention the fact that like there was games that wasn't directly like themed by Friday the 13th, but you could definitely tell it was related to Friday the 13th. I'm trying to remember. It was a Steam game that I fucking was playing a while back. I just can't remember the fucking name of it. But what the fuck was it called? It's gonna kill me until I figure it out.
Dead by Daylight?
Well, that's one along with the Friday the 13th game that they just made itself, which I still play to this day.
Ditto.
And I mean, it's a solid fucking game, but I can't remember this other one. I'm looking on my Steam right now. What the fuck is going on outside my room? Let me see.
Well, if it sounds like 2 hogs fucking, it's probably 2 hogs.
Hogs fucking, yeah.
So, was it a game where you're the killer, or was it a game
So, it was
where...
a move-based, like... It was a move-based game where it's like you had to try and kill everyone in this like basic map.
That was Killer Puzzles. Friday the 13th Killer Puzzles.
There you go. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of.
Friday the 13th. I know that game. I got it. It was actually released for PlayStation too.
I beat that shit, so it was so much fun.
It was cutesy. It was fun. But they actually made the 2017 Gun Media made the Friday the 13th game, which was much like Dead by Daylight. It was, player versus player. One person's the killer, a bunch of other people are the counselor. And honestly, I thought that game really nailed that whole aspect of Friday the 13th.
However, the glitches in that fucking game are hysterical.
Oh yeah. But if you play that game as it's intended to be played, like with headphones on, you're not using Discord, you're using all the in-game stuff. The game's really fun and it's really stressful too.
Oh no, and not to mention, there's times where those things turn into COD lobbies real quick, and it's fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like he's running around, and Jason's looking for you. You just hear him going, "Where the fuck are you? God damn it!" And you're just like hiding in a tent. And you're like, dude, I'm literally like I can see your cock from here.
Just for Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th alone, it opened up a whole new idea where, it's these horror games where you can now play with your friends to get scared. And they're good quality horror games, too, at the same time. Now, like I said before, with one of the glitches being hysterical. Well, especially when the fucking faces start getting glitched out and you can see inside them and you want to throw up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, I can see Tommy Jarvis's teeth.
Yeah. Thank you. There's actually, with Gun Media, that brings me on to the controversy. So Victor Miller
canceled.
I'll probably get sued for it. So Victor Miller was one of the original screenwrites. he actually brought up a lawsuit against, I think it was Warner Brothers or whoever the fuck owns it now.
I think right now it's owned by Paramount. For United States and Warner Brothers for international. There
you go. Well, he brought up a lawsuit basically saying that he has rights to the original Friday the 13th film. Not the Friday the 13th as in, not Friday the 13th. What am I trying to say? Not the Friday the 13th franchise, but Friday the 13th, the original film.
Right.
So he's basically saying, like, you know, Pamela Voorhees, that whole thing. You know, he's saying that's his property. You know, he owns
Which is
that.
such horse shit. That is literally the biggest load of horse shit. You are literally just now seeing where it is now in its heyday, like past its heyday, and you're just like, well, this is a good way to make a quick buck. Swoop.
Well, so that's the thing. He's not actually making claim to the Jason character. He's making claim to the original movie. So that's where it gets all weird. But the courts actually respond. So the countersuit to it was that Sean Cunningham.
Where the fuck did Damok go?
Who knows?
Anyway,
Sean Cunningham, the original director, the countersuit is them basically saying, no, Sean Cunningham commissioned him to write this, so he has no rights to ownership. But the court saw it differently and said, no, Victor Miller, he has rights to it.
Right.
So now it's actually funny. Sean Cunningham is now suing the WB and Paramount for lost profits because of it all. And Miller and Cunningham are still in dispute. So Cunningham is still disputing that Miller has rights to the film whatsoever. So there's this huge controversy now, and the controversy has leaked over so far into the point that Gun Media, who made the Friday the 13th game, has ceased development of anything else on Friday the 13th.
Which
they are
is
literally
so
doing
saddening.
nothing else.
So saddening, because that game is amazing.
Yeah, they had such a good game on their hands, and they had such an opportunity. They were going to be making a Jason X level and actually getting to play as Uber Jason, which everybody hated Jason X. Except for possibly me. I fucking love that movie.
It's a fun movie.
It was so corny and so funny, and I think he racked
I'm sorry, I think Freddy vs. Jason can take that fucking cake.
Oh yeah, you're right. Freddy vs. Jason is way cornier. But dude, Jason X, like the fucking scene where he falls out of the friggin' freezer and chops the dude's arm off. It's like he's not even moving, and he just almost killed somebody.
Well, he's moving, but he's not like moving.
Yeah, right. Anywho.
And then like going back to some of the other forms of controversy, which is like, I think we're gonna have to talk about the number one elephant in the room in this one. They killed an actual fucking snake on that fucking movie. They killed an actual fucking snake.
In the original movie, they actually killed a snake. They cannot put no animals were harmed at the end of this. They actually had an on-screen killing of a snake.
But then you watch shit like Cannibal Holocaust.
I need a reference for that.
Friday the 13th. Watch the movie. They kill a snake.
Any kill count that you go and watch about the thing, they all
25 minutes
everybody.
into the movie.
Like, you see the thing, like, squirming as it's getting chopped up. It's fucked.
Yeah, they actually, but, okay, so, before you're like, oh my god, okay, first off, at the time, in 1980,
ASPCA wasn't really
nobody
being
cared
on set every time.
So, from the movie standpoint, it was an ethical thing to do, because it was accepted.
I mean, all I have to say for animal deaths is just watch Cannibal Holocaust if you think you can handle that fucking snake. Only the true horror OGs know what the fuck we talking about.
So there's some other tropes or some other things that Friday the 13th brought, kind of like built. One of the things was that the killer didn't have to be fast. So in every other slasher, they had to be like, like even if you go forward into like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, the killer is fast. Like they move quickly. In Friday the 13th, the mother, Pamela Voorhees, doesn't move quickly. And even in the later films, Jason doesn't move quickly.
But he somehow is always there. He's always exactly where he needs to be.
And that's where they bring in that little supernatural element too, where, it's like, well, how the fuck did he get over there? Which again, in Gun Media's game, I thought they nailed how he did that.
100%.
Like they really did. Those guys deserve a friggin' medal because they really did nail a lot of aspects from the original movies. Hey, Gun Media, if you're listening, come on the show. Tell us why you're no longer doing Friday the 13th, pussies.
Gun Media, keep doing more things.
But
yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, the other thing that I think it also started with the trope is that the killer didn't have to really make noise or, like, explain anything. It could just be silent murder. Like, it can just be a towering hulk of a person with no words whatsoever.
Right, you didn't need that villain
killing
speech.
for the sake of killing. Yeah, exactly. Like, they can just be silent and just fuck everybody up. And I appreciate that trope because it's one of my favorite things of not knowing what's coming.
Well, and that's one of the things that I think the original Friday the 13th, and just like all those original slasher films, like the original Nightmare on Elm Street, you know how long Freddy Krueger had screen time?
Yeah, not that long.
Yeah, he had like 14 or 17 minutes screen time.
And yet he's a fucking celebrity now from those 14 minutes.
Exactly. But that was in the day of, that was still in that cusp of where horror movies were more the unknown. You didn't see what was going to kill you. And that really built that apprehension. You know, it built that angst of like, well, shit, what's actually going on? And then when they finally reveal it, you're like, holy fuck. You know, in the case of Friday the 13th, it was kind of a weird, twisted what the fuck, because it ends up being the mother of the kid that drowned, and you're like, really? Some chick just went nuts and started killing people?
Which, again, shout out Gun Media for using the Mrs. Voorhees voice clips in the fucking game, because each time it gives me fucking chills I hear any of her voice clips in the game.
Oh, fucking
chills.
And
fucking chills.
During all the controversy, didn't their servers get shut down for a little while?
When did they get shut down? No, they shut them down, but they didn't get shut down.
Okay,
like they weren't forcibly shut down.
I thought they got a cease and desist on the server.
No. All the stuff Gun Media did, they did themselves. So, like, they were never given a cease and desist to stop making material. They just said, whoa, we're stopping. Because they didn't want to get caught up in the mix.
Right. And I mean, but like I said, it's still forever going to piss me off that we aren't going to get to see what they had in mind for that game. Because, like, I still play it, but I'm just like, there could be so much cooler that we could do with this here. Like, why are we not? If
they kept supporting, and half of me goes, well, they were looking for a way out because they didn't want to be that one trick pony. You know, hey, we're just gonna have this one game and it's gonna be this game and that's it. So, I mean, I could see that half of me is going, well, they were looking for an out so that they didn't have to do anything. And the other half of me is going, well, you know what? It is kind of smart to be cautious because you don't know what's going to happen in the backlash of this lawsuit. Are you going to get a cease and desist? And if you get a cease and desist when you dump all this money into R&D, and then all of a sudden they go, oh, you got a cease and desist, you can't use any of it. And it's like, you just wasted a whole shit ton of money.
Right.
So, I mean, I can see it from both ends. It still pisses me off.
That's where, with the game, I would hope that the right person with the right connections come along, buys the IP, and can legitimately progress with the game.
Right?
Because weren't they talking about doing VR with it?
They were talking about it for a minute there, and they were experimenting with it. Just because it's like, look at the opportunity, like a game like Phasmophobia has fucking used with VR, where that shit fucks you up if you ever play it in VR. I've only done it like once, and it was fucking crazy.
Dude, that's the whole reason I will not play the Resident Evil 7 in VR. Like, I will not play that game in VR.
But and if play Resident Evil Village in VR just so you can get squished by those fucking 9 foot talls.
Oh, that's 8. That's 8. Village.
Yeah.
No, but no. She's talking about the 9 foot tall chick
with the big mommy milkers. What the fuck
Wait,
is happening?
Death by Snoo Snoo? Where the fuck do I do that game? And I've got like a couple VR headsets. Let's do this.
Well, don't worry. You'll get VR for your PS5 here eventually. And we're literally getting the tail, like we're literally circling the tail end here, and he shows up. Look at this shit.
Dude, it's a goddamn drain pipe, but here he is.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Yeah,
if he wasn't so beautiful, I'd rag on him more.
No. Now watch this. He's gonna put on those fucking headphones. He's not even plugged in, right? No. He's not plugged in. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just like, yeah, it's gonna be another 45 minutes of figuring this shit out. No, neither of them are wearing headphones.
Yeah.
So they have no idea what's going on. Yeah, but it's some bullshit that, you know, I swear to God, it's definitely Brandon's fault across the board.
100%. So the one last thing that I wanted to bring up was, so in researching this, I actually found that there was in 1960, there were 3 teens that were stabbed to death at Lake Bodum in Sweden.
Yeah.
And supposedly Friday the 13th was loosely based on that killing.
Really?
Bodom. It's not like Golem.
Like child
No,
of
no, no.
Bodom.
No, like Children of Bodom.
Okay.
Boredom.
Like Norwegian death metal, yeah.
I know.
believe
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Hey, and there's a correlation there. 3 kids die. That would be considered children. Lake Bodom.
Zyber's fucked.
And that
Good.
goes to G.N.A.
Seriously.
Thank you all for...
By the time he gets everything set up, will probably be the end of this, so we can go do our thing. So,
Well, ironically, that's actually all I wanted to hit in. So,
oh, well, that works out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Can he even hear us this time, or is he so goddamn drunk that he just doesn't even know where he's at?
No, it was a situation where I didn't know how far in we were going to be when he got here. So,
well, we're actually rounding out. I was literally just about to go. Wait a minute. What do I normally do? Oh, yeah. Hey, Zyber, where can people find you at?
Well, if you're so fucking inclined, you can hit me up on my Insta, my Twitter. I don't use the Facebook anymore. Or just come and check me out on the G.N.A. Discord. For the others, just type at ZYBERBLOD and you'll find me.
Nice. Where are you, Damok? Where can people find you at?
I exclusively troll the G.N.A. Discord. You'll always find me in there, but I'm thinking about joining the Thoughts and Shots Discord. I'm very selective, but you might find me in there as well.
Very nice. What about you, Devin? Where can people find you at?
Thoughts and Shots is on quite a few different things. You can join our Discord if you want to join when we start doing some cool shit in there. We're also on SoundCloud, Spotify, Facebook. We're actually on TikTok too, strangely enough. It's literally just me being drunk on TikTok, so it's great. We also have a merch store. So thoughtsandshotsmerch.com if you want to support the podcast. That's where we're at.
Very nice. And I am Cecil Xavier, your host. You can find me on Cecil vs. Games on Twitter, Cecil Xavier everywhere else you stream. Twitch, Mixer's dead, but fucking Grindr, Tinder, I don't care. Fucking TikTok, I'm everywhere. If you can't find me someplace, let me know. I'll upload there. But it's usually Cecil Xavier or Cecil_Xavier. You can find me almost everywhere. So we hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Reviews help people find the show. So if you enjoy listening to us, let other people know. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play Music, Podcast Addict, Player FM, Spreaker, Stitcher, MyTuner, Your Listen, Spotify, iHeartRadio, a whole bunch of other places. If we're not there, let us know. We'll upload there. You can follow us on Twitter at G.N.A. Podcast. Just go at G.N.A. Podcast on Twitter or Facebook and you'll find us. You can also join the Discord. Just see the pinned tweet. We have a partnership with Humble Bundle. So Humble Bundle is a game purchasing service where you buy games like you normally would through Steam. But there's a little bit of a twist. So everything that you buy on Humble Bundle, they donate a portion of it to charity. So if you buy a bundle, just put the $partner equals G.N.A. podcast at the end of whatever that link is, or whatever at the end of whatever the question mark is, and that'll let them know that we send you. Or that we sent you. Jesus Christ, I'm getting a bit drunk. Just make sure to go into the slider bars and drop that slider bar for the G.N.A. podcast all the way down to 0. We don't want your money. We want you to give it all to charity. So please, go check out Humble Bundle, buy some games from them. I normally have a how much we made for charity, but I haven't looked it up yet, so sorry. You can email us at G.N.A. Podcast at GNAinyourdNA.1 with questions, comments, death threats. We don't care. We would love to hear from you. The Nigerian prince who keeps telling us that we can make money. Look, he never gets back to me, and to be perfectly honest, I'm honestly starting to think it's a scam now.
Well,
So,
you're sending them dick pics, so why would anyone reply to that?
I have them. And we have one last thing. We have a website. Hey, does anybody know what that website is?
GNAinyourdNA.com?
Just don't even know. They can't fucking drink like us. Cut! or GNApodcast.com. But let's reach out to our friends over here, and they can't drink like G.N.A, or at least like me, but we can have some fun with them.
Wow, I think you blew out the bows.
I think my ears have gone deaf.
You should have listened to the episode all the way to the end, man. Well, thank you guys for joining us.
This far.
Devin, thank you for joining us. Brandon, you're a bitch for not joining us sooner. We love you guys.
He can't even look at him in the background. He's like, no, fuck that, man. I got my fucking Crown and Coke, and I don't give a shit about nothing. Look, I can hear his voice. He's like, yeah, that's my Crown and Coke, bitch. Fuck y'all.
Nintendo shirt, take a deep breath, you start rubbing Captain Baldman in the bottom right, start rubbing his nipple. What I appear to have gathered, he started doing like the fox thing, like and then Brandon's a bitch.
Well, gentlemen, have a great night.
Yes, we're gonna go continue
that,
that,
brother.